Crazy to think, last year you were just getting your summer league deal with the Pelicans. Can you even put into words just what this last year has been like, getting a shot to play in the biggest stage with the NBA?
It's all just about being blessed. I put a lot of faith in God. I worked extremely hard. I got a village around me that believed in me and supported in me, so I was just blessed the whole time through. You know, a little bit of luck is involved in that too, but I mean, God put me in a position, I just took advantage of it.
You had a really solid college career going from Kentucky to Washington and then getting that shot in the NBA. To be an undrafted free agent, how much of that provided that like a chip on your shoulder just to be able to prove that you belonged in this league?
I mean, that played a huge part. I mean, my whole life, I envisioned myself being an NBA player, playing on the biggest stage, playing against the best players in the world. And I remember when that time came with the draft and everything, I knew I was good enough. You know, my route was a little bit different, a little bit longer, but it never deterred me from what my end goal was, and that was to be in the league and go out there and compete against the best.
When you look back, you got your start with Birmingham, playing in the G League. How were you able to settle in so quick that eventually got you that opportunity to play on that two-way contract?
My coaches in Birmingham were amazing. And, the way they worked with New Orleans, it was like the G League and our NBA team, they worked together. So I was prepared for when my opportunity came. My coaches in the G League put me in great positions. They allowed me to do stuff that I knew I was going to be able to do in the NBA. So when I got up there, it wasn't a lot of shell shock. I wasn't caught off guard by anything. It was kind of like I kind of hit the ground running because my coaches put me in a good position.
I was going to say, what do you remember about that first game? You got some minutes at the very end against Denver, and then a couple of days later when you played OKC.
I don't really remember much, to be honest, because I think we were down by a lot or whatever. So, I mean, the things that I remember is when I actually got to play and break into the rotation for real at the end of the season. And that's when I knew, like, the work that I've been putting in was working. I went out there, let God take care of the rest, and out there and just ball.
I was going to say, you really shined those last few weeks of the season, getting a couple of starting nods. You were averaging double figures. What was working so well? How were you able to settle in and really prove that you belonged at that level?
And the main thing was just, at the end of the day, you're still playing basketball. Now, you are playing against the best players in the world, but at the end of the day, the game is the same. And my coaches and my teammates put me in great positions to allow me to be myself, allow me to be comfortable, and that really, really helped. You know, it's the dudes out there you're playing against are really, really good, but at the end of the day, if you got a support system around you like I did with New Orleans, I think most things will turn out well.
I was going to say, at any point, did you ever get like shell-shocked or like starstruck just knowing, I'm going against guys like that I see on TV growing up?
A little bit here and there. Like, if you know me, you know, like the bigger wings are the players I loved watching growing up. So we had a stretch where we played LeBron, Luka, and Kawhi and Harden. That was kind of crazy to me to really be out there in the rotation and being tasked with guarding those guys. And I mean, it was a blessing, and it was good for me to see where I stack up at. You know, I went out there and held my own, and I was just, you know, that's just more fuel to continue to get better.
To get your foot in the door with the Pelicans, I know you're going to get a chance with them again, playing on the Summer League team this summer. How are you using this past season to kind of keep that momentum rolling and make sure that you can stay in this league and be a guy that can be relied upon?
We're just taking it day by day, trying to stack good days on top of each other. Some days the day might get the best of you, and some day you might win a day. But at the end of the day, as long as you're going out there and giving it all you got, that's all that matters. And that really at the end of it, I just leave it all to God, big in my faith. So if I go out there and play extremely hard and be coachable and listen, the rest will take care of itself.
To be back here in Fort Wayne just for a little bit, to represent your hometown too in the NBA. Malik Williams got a little cup of coffee with the NBA at one point. Biggie Swanigan was the last guy from this area to really get his chance in the NBA. How much pride do you take in that to represent Fort Wayne and the 260 in the league?
I take a lot of pride in where I come from because the city raised me. It takes a village, and a lot of people around here, they might not know it, but they played an integral part in me getting to where I am today. I didn't do it by myself. It wasn't just my mom and my dad. Like, they weren't always around. So it was other people that kept me in line along the way too. So, you know, it's not just about me making it, it's about Fort Wayne making it as a whole. And I feel like we're doing a great job of that. And anytime I can come back and support or try to pull some of the young kids up and try to give them some knowledge and put them in the position that I possibly could be in, anything I can do, I'll do that.